Good evening, everyone. So, welcome to my YouTube channel, and welcome to my training on performance testing and engineering. So, hope you are all doing good and staying safe. In this pandemic time. So, in this short session, I'm going to explain perform metrics, JMeter's perform metric collector, and what are the possible issues while you do that. If you try to while trying to use that perform metric collector, so as well as what is the solution for that, right? So I have lined up few concepts for my next videos. So I'm going to do this now, perform geometry perform metric collector, and in the next session, next short session, I'm going to cover like a Selenium WebDriver, and like very soon I'm going to start a free training on Splunk, as well as Java for performance test engineers. And I'm going to provide like recorded videos for free on my YouTube channel very soon. So please like, share, subscribe to my channel for for more videos on JMeter. All right. So before starting the session, so please do watch my latest video on careers in software testing. So where I covered different concepts like this. So what are the career prospects for performance testing, software testing engineers, and what are the compensation packages that you can expect in software testing, as well as what are the what are the different career options to choose in software testing, right? So I'll provide the uh, YouTube link to my in the description of this video, for this for this particular video, which I made recently on careers in software testing. All right. So before go yeah, so let me go to JMeter. So let's go to the agenda for today's session, right? So JMeter performance metric collector, right? So after, so one of the frequent interview question that that I'm hearing recently is, have you ever used JMeter performance plugin? So how did you use that, and what are the metrics that you can monitor with performance plugin, right? So yeah, let me go to presentation mode. Right. So once once you are done with the scripting, and we are when we are doing test executions, right? So as a performance test engineer, so like we have to monitor the server side metrics, and we have to identify, basically we have to identify the root cause of any performance bottlenecks, right? So load testing is not just about test development and execution. So it's crucial to analyze the test results and pinpoint the underlying issues. If there are any performance bottlenecks, it's our responsibility to identify the the root cause of the performance issues, right? So say for example, you ran a load test and you got the results, and in that load test, like you see the average response times are higher than the SLA, right? The next very big question is why the response times are above the SLAs, right? So there can be a number of reasons, which can be broadly classified into three types, three categories. It can be high response times can be because of network issues, or it can be because of the application itself. So when I say application, like it can be code issues or configuration issues, and it can also be because of server health issues, right? Now, so let's see what to do when a server is overloaded with resources, right? Say for example, if you have an insufficient CPU on any of the servers, on web app, DB servers, or you don't have enough free RAM on the systems, on the servers, or there is a high disk IO, right? So first of all, how do you collect and view these server health metrics with JMeter Performance plugin, right? So JMeter, JMeter plugins.org provided a plugin called Performance. So and these are the steps to configure that performance plugin. So there are two steps, two important steps, or there are two important components of for this JMeter performance plugin. The first one is server agent. The next one is performance metric collector listener, right? Performance metric collector listener, right? Right. Now let's do this quickly. So let me first download this server agent. So before that, let me explain what so where to run this server agent quickly, right? So yeah. So this is a typical, architecture of any, 3-tier application, right? So when users are accessing any application from a browser, right? So assume that this is a web applications, I know, and when thousands and lakhs of users are accessing the application, right? So your request will first go to the web server and then app server and DB server, and once application server process the logic, right? If it is a, you know if it is static content, the web server directly serves the request. Otherwise, if there is some processing involved, so that will be done by application server. For doing that process, for doing processing that logic, if it requires some data, obviously application server will establish a connection with the database, and it has to fetch the data from the tables, right? From the DB tables, right? So once the app server process the logic, so it will send the response to the web server, and web server sends the response to the browser, right? Now, so when you are monitoring servers, when we say that, now when we have to use a Perform plugin for monitoring, so you need to run this server agent on, on all the servers that you need to monitor. Web server, whether it can be web server, app server, or DB server, right? Okay. So having said that, let me go to the steps in that, right? So first, as I said, like, right, so JMeter Perform consists of two parts or two components. That is, the first component is server agent, and which collects the server metrics, which can be used to collect the server metrics. And like on JMeter side, we have to use a listener element called Perform metrics collect, right? So let me do that quickly, right? So this Perform server agent, right? So it can be downloaded, need to be downloaded separately from, you can download it from JMeter plugins download page. So Google for JMeter plugins and visit this jmeterplugins.org, right? And you can directly, like if you want to use any, any plugin, so you have to, there are two ways. One way is to download the plugins manager and copy that to the JMeter, libxt, right? The other way is like you can click on this browse plugins and you can search for any particular plugin, right? So yeah, so now I already, I have already downloaded plugins manager.jar and configured it in my JMeter instance, right? So now I am here to download the, server agent, right? So search for Perform, go to the link, and like, so, mm, yeah. So here you can see, diagrammatic representation of, how this, Perform plugin works, right? So below that you have, server agent tool description and a link to the server agent file, right? So click on that, and you can download this Performance server agent from here. And the latest version is 2.2.3, server agent 2.2.3, and you have a link for the previous version as well. So let me download this server agent first. All right. So I already, as I said, like, I already configured plugins manager, right? Like plugins manager, and from plugins manager, like I have installed this, Perform plugin, as you can see here, right? So if you haven't done previously, like what you can do is you can go to available plugins and, search for any plugin, right? Say, for example, you want to use, okay, I already configured Selenium WebDriver as well. So you can search for any plugin over here and select that plugin and install it. So once the moment you install it, like it will be visible under this install plugins tab of JMeter plugins manager, right? So here you can see the, I already configured this Perform plugin, and you can, see the documentation from this link, as well as, this is how you are, a Perform plugin control panel looks like. And this is how, like, you can monitor the graphs, monitor the, server side metrics, right? So in this example, they are monitoring few, metrics like this, right? All right. So I already configured this Perform plugin, right? Now let me, yeah, so server agent is downloaded, so I copy it to my, D drive software folder. Let me extract it. So once you extract this server agent, right? So you see, a lib folder which contains all the jar files, the required jar files, and the required DLL files, right? And the important files that we are concerned is like, we have one Windows patch file called startagent.bat. So if you are working on Windows OS, like you have to start this server agent with the help of this patch file, right? Or else, if you are working on Linux operating, any flavor of Linux or any Unix or Linux operating system, so you can use this shell script, right? Now, so let me show you the server agent console, right? Yeah. So the moment you double click and launch this server agent, so you see these three lines on this console in the server agent console, which says that binding UDP to 4444, binding TCP to 4444, and so 4444 is the default port on which those server agent works. And you the third line you see like JP at GC agent started, right? So JP stands for JMeter plugin. So here we can see that we can confirm that the server agent is started successfully, right? Now, so this is the first step, and the next step is you have to let us confirm that let's verify that uh, confirm the connectivity between your server agent and JMeter instance, right? We have to confirm that the server agent is able to communicate with the JMeter instance on the machine, on our machine from which we are executing the test, right? So further, so in this case, I'm running the start agent, the server agent from a local machine only, right? So and I have both JMeter and server agent on the same machine. So in case if you have server, in case in real time, like you have to deploy this server agent on the web app DB servers, right? And you have to provide the host name or IP addresses in JMeter control panel, performance matrix control panel. So which I will quickly show you, right? So before that, the next step is we have to check the connectivity between server and JMeter machine, right? So we can use that, we can do that using Telnet, a tool called Telnet. So by default it will be disabled. So if you want to turn on that Windows feature, right, type turn Windows features on and off. Go to this window and you can select this, quickly select this Telnet client. It will be disabled by default. You have or unchecked by default. You have to select it, and so it in configures Telnet client on your machine. You may need to restart, right? You may need to restart. I'm not sure, right? So I did it long back. So once you start this Telnet, right? So you can open a command prompt in admin mode, right? Or we call this also as elevated command prompt, right? So so this is normal command prompt. As you can see here, the Windows title says that simply says command prompt, right? So let me check the IP address of this machine on which my server agent is running. So because I need this IP address or host name, right? So 192.168.0.134. So please remember that like it should be pronounced as O but not 0. So we have to read this as 192.168.0.134, right? And this is normal command prompt. And let me like I know 99% of the people know this. Most of you know this, right? So let me show you like elevated command prompt. This is called as elevated command prompt, and or administrator command prompt, right? Now, so let me open the server agent console, and we have to, the next step that we are going to do is this one. So check the connectivity between your server and JMeter machine, right? This is my server agent console, and this is my Telnet, this is my administrator command prompt. Now use this command Telnet and give the IP address 192.168.0.134 followed by the port number, right? So here you can see that like uh, TCP and UDP are using this port number by default. They use or JMeter server agent uses by default 4444 as the port number. So now I am I'm verifying whether the server agent is able to communicate with the with this local machine or JMeter instance, right? So once you click enter the command, right? Sorry, there is a typo in the IP address. Okay, so let me quickly get the IP address. I'll directly start admin command prompt. Select the IP address. Just select the IP address and click enter to copy that. Right now, now use the command telnet and just right click over here to paste the IP address that we copied in the previous step, and use the port number that server agent uses by default, which is 4444. Now, the moment you click enter, you can see this fourth line saying that accepting new TCP connection. Right now, type test over here on telnet window. Type test and click enter. Now you should see this message. Yep, we received the test command. Right. So this confirms that like server agent and is able to communicate on the default port number of 4444. All right. Now the next step is like let us use perform metric collector in JMeter, and most probably you will face some issue where like with this perform metric collector. I'll try to reproduce that issue, and I'll try to provide a solution for that, right? So if someone want to go to the solution directly, so please follow the timestamps provided in the YouTube video description. All right. So I'm using JMeter 5.4 4.1 for this. Let me zoom in. Right. And now let me quickly create a script. So like no need to record anything, or no need to create a script. For the demo purpose, I'm going to use a dummy sampler, right? So I'm going to first add a thread group. To that thread group, I'm going to add a sampler, called dummy sampler. Again, this is a plugin, so you won't get by default with JMeter. You have to download and you have to configure this plugin either from plugins manager, or you can just import that plugin from you can download it from jmeterplugins.org. Let me quickly show you that. You can go to browse plugins, and you can search for that plugin. Dummy sampler, right? So I believe most of you already use that and are aware of this dummy sampler. All right. So now I already I configured my plugins manager, and I already configured that plugins manager, that dummy sampler. Now let me add that sampler for this demo purpose, right? And also like let me add the a listener element called perform metrics collector, right? So again, you can see these are all these all comes with plugins. So whatever you see JP this thing, right? So these are all JMeter down provided by jmeterplugins.org, right? So I'm going to add a perform metrics collector listener, right? And like let me add another listener called view results tree to to see like whether my test is running or not, right? All right. Now, so the moment you add this perform metrics collector, so let me this is how your perform metrics collector control panel looks like, right? And like this is the space for the graphs to be generated, for the metrics to be connected generated. Now, so like we have to mention the metrics or to add the servers that you need to monitor. Click on this add row button, and like you can see the row got added, right? So here you have to provide the host name or IP address of the server that you want to monitor, right? And like we'll go with the default port number 4444, and here you have to select the metric that you want to monitor, right? So I'll keep the first metric as CPU and the second metric as memory, and I will add one more row, and wherein I will select the third metric as network IO, right? Fine. Right. So now, let me save this script. And let me replay the script, right? So before replaying the script, let me increase the number of threads to 10 and ramp up period to 10, which means that, 10 threads, 10 users will be ramped up in 10 seconds. And I'll change the loop count also to 10, right? Let me save the script and replay the script. So let me check, whether my server agent is running. Yes, you can see that, the server agent is running, right? And let me replay the script, let me go to the perform matrix collector. Here you can see the users are ramping up and they're right now ramping down. Seems like they're ramping down. Yeah, you can see the elapsed duration. So however, you see like let's go to the server agent console once. So yeah, so here you can see. So on the telnet console, it clearly says that connection to the host lost, right? So this is one frequent issue with perform matrix collector. Many people who tried this perform metric collector might have encountered this. So let me go to the server agent console. Yeah, and here you can see, you know, the moment we start the test, right? So basically, server agent is crashing, and it creates a log file like this. Let me show you that that log file, right? So here you can see, problematic frame. So a fatal error has been detected by Java runtime environment. So there is some access violation exception, and also it clearly says that there is a problematic frame, and the problematic frame is cigar AMD 64 win nt.dll, right? So yeah, so now this is the issue that I am talking about with performance metric collector. And let me show you like, how to fix this issue, right? So, I Googled for this, this particular, issue, which is like, hold on, let me open this file again. So I Googled for this particular, DLL file, and, let me show you the, I will provide the description, link in my video description. All right. And here is the link. Okay. Let me open the link and, let me show you the workaround for this, right? So first of all, cigar crashes. So this is the issue that we are exactly facing. Cigar crashes JDK 1.8 JVM after latest Windows patches, right? And the solution, the quick workaround for this is you need to download the the latest DLL file from the link here, from this link, right? Go into that link and as this is a DLL file, we get this warning. Click on here, right? Let me show this DLL file which is downloaded just now, right? So copy this down, DLL file to your server agent folder. I have it in over here, right? So go to lib folder and replace the old DLL file with this new file, right? And start server agent again. You should see those three lines initially, which says that which confirms that this server agent is started successfully. And let me check the communication as well with the telnet agent, right? So telnet, and specify the IP address of your server followed by the port number. Right now you can see again, like it is accepting new DCP connections, and if you type test over here, you can see that server agent received that command successfully, right? Now let's replay the test. All right. So before replaying the test, let me clear the log by doing clear all. And like if you want to collect these metrics into a file, into a results file, right? So I created JDL file, and you can configure that file over here. Let me quickly do that. Okay. Okay, so now let me configure this JTL file over here which we created just now for one demo results file .jtl. Let me confirm the file name. I have two files with the same name. Sorry, the file that I configured is performance matrix results.jtl. All right. So as it is as the file is empty now, you get this warning, right? So I hope you know this. Everyone know this. Why? What is the reason for this warning? If not, you can check the log file and click and see the log file. Go through the log file. So here it clearly says that that warning is because of this performance matrix results.jtl file is empty because we created just now and it is an empty file. It shows that warning. So please ignore that warning and let's replay the test now. So we are more interested in this, performance metric collector to see how it works, right? So I'm replaying the script and we should be able to see the metrics now, right? Let me show the server agent first, meanwhile. And here you can see starting measures, CPU and memory and network IO, because I configured these three metrics. So, it clearly says that starting metrics, starting measures, right? And now here you go. So here you can see that, perform metric collector actually gathered those metrics, whatever metrics I configured, and it is displaying the graph like this, as well as if you configure a JTL file, it will collect those metrics into the JTL file. Let me show you that file as well. So here you go. So you can see that the file size increased to 2 KB, and if you want to, right? So if if you want to view the results at later point of time, you can use this JTL file obviously, right? And here you can see the view results tree showing the samples as as we have specified, like number of threads as 10 and loop count as 10. So you will get obviously you'll get 100 samples, 10 into 10, 100 samples. All right. And here you can see the CPU, memory and network IO graphs like this, which performance metric collector has collected for you, right? So thanks for watching the video, and I will provide the link for that the DLL file to deploy that hot fix for the server agent issue. So please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and the next video would be, as I mentioned just now. So the next video would be like JMeter Selenium WebDriver. So this is another important interview question. So and also like if you want to capture the end user experience, if you want to capture the response time along with browser rendering time, in JMeter we use something called Selenium WebDriver. So that would be my next video. So stay tuned and like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and yeah, and don't miss my previous video on careers in performance testing. All right, so I'll provide the link for this in my description as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks again. So I'm stopping the the session for now.